Inconvenience is one of the biggest barriers to adoption of electronic prescriptions for controlled substances, or EPCS. Prescribers can find that the DEA's two-factor authentication requirements are cumbersome and interrupt the prescribing workflow. Imprivata recognizes this problem and has an innovative, unique, DEA-compliant approach that's both fast and convenient. But first, let's take a look at the current prescribing workflow. Each time a prescription is entered, the prescriber must authenticate with a DEA-compliant two-factor authentication. The first factor is a secure code from a soft token. This time he copies it correctly before it expires, but sometimes he's interrupted, mistypes the code, or has to start over. The second factor is a password. Now, let's look at Imprivata's new, fast, convenient, and secure DEA-compliant solution, which automatically completes one factor of a two-factor authentication. Instead of using a token, we use a feature of Imprivata Confirm ID called hands-free authentication. This automatically retrieves a secure code from the prescriber's mobile phone. Here's how. As before, the prescriber enters the prescription. As he hits the sign button, all he needs to do is scan his finger on the biometric reader. The system will then proceed to the second factor. Hands-free authentication will automatically retrieve the secure code from the physician's locked phone in his pocket. And that's it. The two-factor authentication is complete and the prescription issued. It's that fast and convenient, and it saves the prescriber time with each order. The combination of hands-free authentication and a FIPS-compliant fingerprint reader provides the fastest and most convenient two-factor authentication for EPCS. The prescriber can simply touch the biometric reader and the two-factor authentication is complete. Hands-free authentication also works with other authentication modalities. For example, when prescribers are working on a tablet and don't have access to a biometric reader. In this case, the prescriber can simply enter their password. Hands-free authentication automatically completes the authentication, eliminating the need to handle or enter data from a token. The fast, secure, and convenient DEA-compliant hands-free authentication completely redefines two-factor authentication, dramatically simplifying the physician's authentication processes, helps care organizations reach meaningful use requirements by removing inconvenience as a barrier to physician adoption of EPCS.